The Man Who Walked in the Rain. Rain fell in thin silver lines beneath the streetlights. The car sat in darkness at the end of the quiet suburban road, its engine off, its windows fogging slowly from the breath of the four men inside. No one had spoken for several minutes. Finally, Mark slammed his hand softly against the steering wheel. "This is stupid," he muttered. "We've been sitting here for 2 hours. "You want the money or not?" said Darren from the back seat. "It's supposed to be simple," Leon added. "Old man lives alone, rich family, easy ransom." Tom, who sat closest to the window, lighted a circle through the fogged glass and peered out into the rain. "Just shut up and watch the gate," he said quietly. Across the street stood a large house hidden behind iron fencing and tall hedges. A long gravel driveway led to a darkened front porch. No lights were on inside. Mark checked his watch. "If he doesn't come out in the next 10 minutes, we call it." As if the night itself had been listening, a faint metallic sound echoed through the rain. Click. The iron gate slowly creaked open. All four men straightened. "There," whispered Tom. From the darkness of the driveway emerged a thin figure. An old man stepped into the rain, walking slowly beneath the dim street light. He wore a long dark coat and a hat pulled low over his face. He moved with calm, deliberate steps, as if the late hour and empty street meant nothing to him. "Perfect," Darren said, grinning. Mark started the engine. The car rolled forward silently, headlights still off. When they pulled alongside him, Leon jumped out first. "Sorry about this," he said, roughly grabbing the man's arms. The old man didn't struggle, not even when they forced him into the back of the car, not even when they tied his hands. He simply sat there, silent, rainwater dripping from the brim of his hat. 2 hours later, they were far from the city. Their hideout was an abandoned farmhouse surrounded by empty fields and dead trees. Wind rattled loose boards against the walls. Tom shoved the old man into a chair in the center of a bedroom, while Darren stood guard beside him. Mark pulled out a phone. "Let's call the family." He dialed the number they had taken from the mailbox outside the house. The phone rang. Once. Twice. Then a tired voice answered. "Hello?" Mark leaned back in his chair and smiled. "Listen carefully," he said calmly. "We have your father. If you want to see him alive again, you'll need to—" The man on the other end suddenly exploded with anger. "What kind of sick joke is this?" Mark blinked. "What?" "Who is this? Why would you say something like that?" "We're not joking," Mark snapped. "Your father is sitting right here." There was a pause. Then the voice returned, colder this time. "This isn't funny." Click. The call ended. Mark stared at the phone. "What the hell was that?" Darren asked. "Maybe he's pretending," Leon said. "Call again," Tom muttered. Mark dialed once more. The phone was answered immediately. "I told you," the man said sharply. "Stop calling." "You listen to me," Mark growled. "We have your father. If you want him back alive, Silence filled the line. Then the voice spoke again, slowly, carefully. My father died last week. The room went still. What? Mark said. We buried him 6 days ago. A cold feeling spread through the farmhouse. That's impossible, Mark whispered. You people are sick, the man said. Don't call this number again. Click. The line went dead. No one spoke. Rain tapped softly against the windows. Finally, Darren laughed nervously. Okay, that's weird. Leon turned toward the room where they had left their prisoner. Maybe the old guy's messing with us. Go check on him, Mark said. Darren grabbed a flashlight and disappeared down the hallway. The others waited. A minute passed, then 2. Suddenly, a scream tore through the house. Not just fear, pure terror. What the hell was that? Tom shouted. They ran toward the room, but before they reached the door, the screams stopped. The silence that followed felt heavier than the storm outside. Mark slowly pushed the door open. The flashlight lay on the floor. The chair was empty. Darren was gone. But the window was open. Rain blew inside with the wind. And from somewhere out in the dark fields beyond the house, a long, inhuman cry echoed through the night.
This has been An Old Tale After Dark.